Great new day filled with destiny and purpose. In our Fruitful Living series, we will be exploring the fruit of love. Today, we will explore Poem 2 Resentment is Like Illness. It's so important because resentment can really pull you down. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31 ESV, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, and with all malice. Our poetic expression, resentment is like illness. Resentment is like illness when you're upset, not okay. Suppresses words deep in your heart that you really meant to say. Resentment is harshness in our daily interactions, exhibiting road rage predicated on other people's actions. God gives pleasantness in the midst of dysfunctional realities, the kind word expressed despite our primordial carnality. Jesus is pleasantness, even in the midst of the sea, prayed to his Father en route to his destiny. The Holy Spirit gives pleasantness. He indwells the believer, gives one deceiver discernment, strategies to overcome the deceiver. On this day, choose to be pleasant in your inner attitude. Forgive the rule. In God's eyes, that is true fortitude. In our theological meditation, we find these important words by the Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul said in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31 in ESV, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you along with all malice. In our contemporary society, it seems as though resentment is a pervasive theme. Resentment is like an illness that eats away at the very heart of the person. In essence, resentment is bitter indignation. Some people just get mad and they stay mad. When you're upset and not okay, you are in an extremely vulnerable position. Your blood pressure goes up. It's not good for your body, which in many cases leads to decision making, poor decision making, and a lifetime of pain and chaos. The suppression of words deep in your heart that you really meant to say is one of the many liabilities of functioning in resentment. Some family have generations of just resentment, don't get along. I have often contemplated how many individuals have descended into physical mortality with terms of endearment designed to enrich the lives of the loyal ones lying dormant in the embryonic stages of development deep in their heart and never got out. Why? Simply because resentment served as a highly trained security guard that executed her responsibilities of her job with skillful precision, enduring sentiments like I love you and I'm proud of you, never experienced the freedom to meander through childhood, adolescence, and adult. They never got out. Those sediments, they remained inside. Indeed, these sediments lie imprisoned in the subterranean depths of that person's soul, like the Titanic that descended to a watery grave. Today, as you interact with your neighbor, ask God to help you express love in new and tangible ways. You got to make a decision to be this sermon that you want to hear. Love is truly the way. I want you to decide to live